Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Dad's Modeling Mess. And in today's video, I bring you the one and only Workshop Tiger 1 Restoration Diorama video. Yep, that's right, just one video on this. This isn't like my regular videos. This will be back and forth because of the issues I ran into with my original workshop, deciding that it wanted to do other things than do what I wanted it to do, like warping on me. With that happening, the video I got of cutting out the walls and stuff like that, that's kind of useless. And mainly, you know, that's what the whole video was going to be about, was more the diorama than the tank itself, I guess, if you really want to put it that way. So yeah, the Tiger one here, I didn't do a whole lot to it because I just needed basically the outer shell of it, you know. I mean, I just needed it to look like a tiger. I wasn't putting all the fancy stuff on it and everything like that, you know. So yeah, I got this little bit of video of that. But you know how it is. I was also kind of in a little bit of a pinch because I really wanted to do this in a series, and I wanted to start the series here on Thanksgiving weekend for it because, you know, I mean, I thought that would make a good thing to go through the holiday season with. And yeah, well, as we all know now, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But I do have other videos on it, but it's more towards the 3D printing, you know, and making the tools and stuff like that in Blender and all that good stuff. So I mean, there are those videos, so please go check those out, you know, after this, and you know, hey, maybe you'll like them. Again, putting the tiger together, though, it was really easy. Like I said, most of the stuff is being left off of it. So, you know, I just need the basic parts. I need the wheels, the suspension, of course, the turret, a couple of the hatches. You know, I'm not putting the photo etch on or anything like that. And originally, I had watched a Reimagined Models video where he was doing a tiger restoration, where he was going to do a diorama where they're just starting on the restoration of a rusted out old tiger that's been sitting for 80 years. And I absolutely loved that idea. I even talked to him and said, hey, do you mind if I copy you? I'm going to throw a little bit of, you know, my stuff into it, you know, but I really love that idea. And he said, yeah, sure, go ahead. And so that's the plan, or at least it was. And then as I was doing some of the videos for the making the tools and stuff like that for the workshop, people were saying that, you know, I stole other people's 3D printing stuff and everything like that. And so it kind of threw me off my game, but I had noticed that I had gotten a comment on the original video for this, and somebody had said something about do it in the workshop because that leaves a lot of your options open. And so that kind of hit me. I was like, ooh, you know what? Well, you know, Mr. Reimagined Models, he is doing like the very beginning of the restoration process. Why don't I change mine to almost being done, you know, the restoration part? So that's what I went with, and it just so happened that that was kind of like in the middle of the whole build thing. So before before the walls decided to warp on me and everything on the original workshop. So yeah, that's how it went. So you know, I really think it'd be kind of neat because Reimagined Models, his video is going to be the, you know, the start of the restoration, and this will be like what it would look like afterwards, you know. So hey, now there's going to be a beginning and an ending, I guess, kind of, sort of. So thank you, Mr. Reimagined Model, sir, for the let me do this. I really appreciate it. Now, when it comes to the issue that I had, the 3mm plywood that I cut out for the walls of the original workshop were fine. And, you know, my little workbench and stuff is out in my garage. And that side has heat, but I shut it off at night when I'm not out there. And I guess with it starting to get cold out and stuff like that, it absolutely got a hold of that, and that 3mm plywood didn't like that, so it decided to look like bacon. And I was really left in a oh shit moment because I didn't know what to do. And I had been tinkering around before with learning how to use my laser cutter and light burn to carve foam board. So that's what I did. I hurried up, jumped on there, and I bet you I probably messed around for a good 3 or 4 hours getting the settings correct so I didn't burn all the way through the foam, because I just went to Home Depot and got a 4x8 sheet that's 1/2 inch thick of the insulation foam, and if you peel the little plastic cover off of that, it absolutely works great. Plus, it's $13 for a 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of that, not for a 8x10 little 1/4 inch piece of Vallejo or Tamiya or whatever name brand there is, you know, piece of foam. So, and it works absolutely just like the other stuff does. Actually, I think it's better because it's actually more fresh. I have some of the foam that you use for this stuff. I can't remember what the brand name is. I'd have to look that up. But that stuff is so hard and so brittle. It's just, I haven't even used it because, yeah, it's just junk. So I messed around with all that, got it figured out, cut out new walls and stuff, and even the new base. And the best part about all of it was after I'd done the original one, I was able to go ahead and add some stuff to it, because on the original, after I got everything cut out and glued together, it dawned on me, I was like, why didn't I cut out some bricks, you know, and some cracked mortar, you know, or plaster and stuff to give the wall some texture and everything. And so I actually just took some of my sandless grout that I use for my bases on my dioramas, and I just smeared some of that on the wall. But with that messing up and everything, you know, hey, I was able to add the new details and everything to the foam board, and it worked out great. Now, I did have one small issue afterwards with the foam, but that was a old dad's a dumbass moment there, because I wasn't thinking. I took the parts for the walls and the floor out, and I had some Rust-Oleum primer, and I primed them. And thankfully, I did do the smart thing, and I just put a light little mist over it, but it actually started to eat into the foam some. So it actually gave me texture on the walls that made them look like stucco. So it actually, that turned out to be a really happy accident there. That was absolutely awesome. And so in my last video, recovering from the weekend, because I had a whole slew of things that happened, I was able to I posted a video about that, recovering from it and getting everything straightened up and all that. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, what if I took the turret and hung it from a I-beam, like it's hanging from the roof, where Andy V3 is almost done painting the red oxide primer on the tank, but the turret's hanging there just a little bit above the hull. And one of my viewers had he mentioned that he didn't think it would be a good idea because they had to use a strabokran. I'm sure I destroyed that name. Strabokran. There. Well, yeah. Anyway, one of those. And he said they had to use those in real life. So, being me, and actually listening this time, I went and I found one online that I could get, and I 3D printed one. So now I have to throw a huge shout out, or I want to give a shout out and a very nice thank you to Mr. Delcato 60 for the info. I hope you like the final product here, sir. I even went as far as to add some cables on the upper part to kind of make it look almost real-ish. But yeah, this, I had plans for this whole thing, and I wanted to make this into a series that lasted until Christmas, and then I was going to, while I was doing all that, I was going to work on the Hetzer and the T34 diorama. So plans have kind of changed a little bit, but that's okay. I just combined everything that I had for this here so I could go ahead and get this one out and get it knocked out of the way and get started on the other stuff. This way here, everything's all golden and good. So yeah. Well, I do have everything finished, which you'll see. I posted some pictures of the original workshop here at the end, right before the and this is in air quotes, glamour shots. So you can see what originally it was going to look like and then what it looks like now. I also I got some new LED lights, and I absolutely love them. They work great. So yeah, hopefully you guys will really like this sort of stuff here, or you'll like it, because I do. I think it's absolutely awesome. And well, I still have to paint the back and the edges of the walls, but other than that, it's done. That's the easy part there. So yeah, this was meant to be something else, and you know how it is. These builds have a mind of their own. They're gonna do what they want to do, and they don't care what we want to do. I mean, occasionally we'll get lucky and things will go how we want them, but most of the time it doesn't work out that way, or at least for me it doesn't. If any of you guys have every one of your builds go exactly the way you want, please let me know down in the comments what your secret is, because I absolutely need to know. I think out of all the builds that I've done on this channel so far, I think I might have had 2 or 3 maybe that have come close or worked out. Well, came close to working out the way I wanted them to without any, changes or whatever that's happened. So, yeah. Also, if you guys do, if your builds go exactly the way you want them, kudos, because, yeah, you're a better builder than I am. I'm not that lucky, at least not when it comes to the builds. So, I know that this is a weird and short video on this diorama, and you really only get to see the pictures at the end because, yeah, with not having all that stuff, yeah, it just, anyway. The strabokran, the gantry crane, the big crane thingy there, that's it. Printed up, and this is me putting the cables on it. So again, it's about that time. So as always, guys, thank you for watching my videos, and if you do enjoy this sort of stuff, please don't be afraid. Drop a like and a comment down below. I mean, hey, doesn't hurt, and it helps, right? If you're not already, I don't know why you're not. I mean, you're watching the videos. Consider subscribing. I mean, it's free. Doesn't cost you nothing. This tells YouTube that you guys like this sort of stuff. Plus, it helps the channel grow, and that allows me to make more content for you guys and do more silly stuff like this. Also, down in the description box, there is a link to our Discord. Click on it. Just like subscribing, it's free. Come in, hang out, chat with us. More importantly, post pictures of your builds. Our guys that are in there are awesome. It's worth joining just to see their pictures. So, until the next video, guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.